Hi guys, PJ here. Today I'm going to show you how to remove the radio on a 2011 Skoda Octavia. Now this particular one is, there's a few different radios fitted in the Octavias, so this is the swing radio, okay? I've got some other videos on my channel that show you how to remove the different variants. This particular one though is a little bit rarer, so you're going to need a fitting kit and a few other bits and bobs to fit an aftermarket radio in it. Now first things first, I must just say to you that I'm held no way responsible or liable for any injury to yourself or damage to your vehicle by following this video guide. With that completely understood, the first thing you're going to need to do obviously is figure out which kit you're going to order to fit your radio in. Now if you're fitting a double din, which is the big high type radio as opposed to the slim normal size single din radios, you need a fitting kit. Now, I have one here by a company called Connects 2. You can look these up on the internet. They've got their own website. They're available everywhere. This kit is CTKSK02. And in the kit, you get everything you need. You get a plastic, let's move that out of the way so you can see it, fascia. There we go. It's like a plastic frame. And all that does is fill the gap out to make it the right size hole for your new radio. This is a double din kit. Obviously, if you want a single din radio putting in, you're either going to need a different kit or a little blanking pocket at the bottom, which is what I'm going to be fitting into this one. So that's your plastic fascia, plastic trim to make the hole the right size. Kit also comes with a new cage for the double din radio. There we go. You get a cage, and that's to make it fit into obviously the mounting kit that you've got there. The cage comes with aerial adapter there with a little aerial booster on it. Blue wire connects to the blue wire coming off the back of your aftermarket radio, and that's to improve your signal. It's like a signal filter, yeah. And also, of course, quad lock. There's the connector on the bottom. It's called a quad lock. Wiring harness adapter, CTSSK003.2. And last but not least, you'll have a steering wheel patch harness in case your car's got steering wheel controls. So if it's got steering wheel controls, I've got CT Multi-Lead 2 here, which works on all brands of aftermarket radio. If your car hasn't got steering wheel controls, obviously don't worry about that. There's a couple of ways you can go about taking the radio out. I normally actually take the trim off around the edge as well to give a bit better access, but technically you don't have to. Ideally, you're going to need a plastic release tool, such as this. This is a Bojo tool, available from eBay, Amazon, that type of place. And all it is a plastic leverage device. You don't want to be using a metal screwdriver. You would definitely damage your trim, make it look a mess. Find yourself a plastic leverage tool, use that. And normally all you have to do is pop it down the edge. It kind of spring back in, as you can see here, quite annoyingly. There we go. And then pull the front cover off like so, revealing 4 TX20 torque screws. 1, 2, 3, 4. Like I say, a little bit extra room, you can pull the surround off. That's on little clips. That's quite an easy thing to pull off. A bit tricky one-handed though, but there you go. There you go. It's on clips, like I say. Don't spring it too much at the top. You don't want to snap it here. Work your way around with your plastic leverage tool until it pops off. It can be quite tricky at the bottom. So just do each side. There we go. Pop, and you feel it give. Yeah. That's now give. There we go. And the bottom bit here is on some clips, so just be a little bit careful with the bottom bit when you're pulling it off. You don't want to snap it. Like I say, you don't have to take this off. It just gives you a nice bit extra area, so you can put your hand in and grab the radio and pull it. Obviously, if it's in the way, you can't get your hand in to do that. So you don't have to take it off, but it makes life a lot easier. Yeah. But as you can see, we've got plastic lugs all the way around, so you've got to be a little bit careful with it. Okay, next up you're going to remove your 4 TX20 screws, which I'm going to go ahead and do now. I won't bore you with unscrewing all 4 screws on the video here. We're trying to keep the video as short as possible, so it just gets the message across and shows you how to do everything. Magnetic screwdriver is ideal, by the way, because obviously you can lose these. They can disappear down into yonder and then you're stuffed trying to get them back again. With all 4 screws removed, you may want to cover up the lower area of your centre console, because obviously the back of this is metal, and when you pull it out it is quite a big chunky unit. You don't want to scratch your dashboard. You can normally just wiggle it free like so. Like I say, they are quite weighty and quite a big thing to manhandle. So I'll rest it down there on the cloth so it's not scratching anything. And then we've got a quad lock connect, which is a case of pinch the little rear piece here Yeah, pinch that and pull, and it will lift up and over and out. It's on like a rocker look, so it just goes backwards and forwards. It's out of the way. And then we've got a FACRA or twin FACRA aerial connector, which again has got a lever on the bottom. You pinch it and then sort of pull like so. There we go. Little lever I was on about, just pinch that, and that's out. Now this car, depending on the model you've got, this is sort of a base model. This is only wired for front speakers. You'll notice this side block here, this is your speaker block. This one's only wired for front speakers. The holes on this beigey coloured block are empty, and they would normally be the rear speakers. The other block here being your power, okay? We also have got no steering controls at all on this steering wheel. It's just a blank one. So none of the other holes are filled in for steering wheel controls. And that is how you remove the radio on a Skoda. Thank you for watching, and bye for now.